It is week 3 of vlogging. And it is one whole week since I quit my job in video games and currently now self-employed working on fiber arts things. Last week when I recorded my vlog, I was feeling pretty good, but definitely started getting a little bit anxious as the week went on. I think I was feeling good because I actually had my first paid gig on teaching a knitting class the day after my last day in video games, and that was helpful because I felt like I was doing something and I was making money of some sort. And so I think as time went on through the week, I was more in my head of like, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I want? Like, am I gonna be able to survive with this? And then it didn't help because I started working on budgeting our finances and stuff to figure out our budget, and also was looking at insurances to get and the pricing for some of the, well, definitely for the gold insurance level or whatever was so expensive and made me wish that the US had free healthcare or just a better healthcare system, because in Thailand, for example, the government helps pay for medical things as well, and I think it's only a couple dollars. So I don't understand how a country like Thailand can have free healthcare or a very cheap healthcare and the US can't. But anyway, the most stressful thing towards the end of the week was really just looking at the insurance and budgeting and all that. I'm trying out You Need a Budget right now. They have like a 1 month free thing. But yeah, I have been pretty, maybe a little too productive. I think there's like that combination of excitement and anxiety of like, oh shit, like I gotta get some income somehow, so I gotta start working on stuff. And there's definitely also that excitement. I don't want to take that away because it is there, and I should like bring that out more and not focus on the anxious parts so much. Like, I mean, they're kind of similar in many ways. And yeah, still waking up pretty early to like have this like really decent weekly meetings with Burton on just what we're working on and statuses on the things that we're working on. For these meetings, we try to go out of the house to meet for a change of scenery, and it's been helpful. We've been going to Volpine in Lake Forest Park. It's a pretty nice space to hang out. They have a coffee shop called the Burrow, and so that's open in the morning during the day, and then their Volpine tap room is I think it's like later in the day. So, and their internet is pretty good if you I don't know, if you ever need a space to go work from too. I'm currently just thinking about how to balance between just that excitement and not overwork so much. So I'm just gonna be constantly checking in with myself of like, is this actually what I want to do, or do I feel like forced to do it? And am I burning out? Do I need a break? So listening and just like giving myself breaks when I need it. I think right now I'm gonna just like ride that excitement of wanting to do all these things. I want to take 2 months off, just focusing on whatever it is that I want to do versus like feeling like I have to work. I really don't know what that looks like, so we'll see. And it's scary to take 2 months off as a self-employed person. So I'm going to attempt to take July off and see how I feel. We have a bunch of different things, like we have our friends' weddings and a show coming up that I'll be performing at for Tahitian. It's a show that our halau does every year. And I don't know how much of a break that really is, so it might not be. And then I might not still feel like I can step away, so I'm gonna just listen to myself and just like when I feel like my mind quiets down a bit more, maybe I'll have that time to take it off, or maybe I just need to eventually push myself to take time off. So far, things are feeling pretty good. Burton and I had a big picture monthly meeting this week and felt pretty good from that. Started off just like listing through things that we have finished since the last time we met, and we got a lot of shit done. I mean, the fact that I have recorded now, this is my third video, and I have not done this ever before, I think is a huge win for me. But yeah, there's a bunch of other things that we've been working on, like Burton is currently focusing on getting my ArisaMakes Row Counter app updated to add multiple row counters. It was a little too hard for me to do that myself, and so he's basically rewriting a lot of stuff to then make it easier to support that, and also to support other platforms like on the iPhone, iPad, hopefully Android, and on your computer. So I have like this web version of the row counter that he's going to try to match that. And then I'm working on still getting my website from Nux to Astro. Last time I was like, oh, I think Burton said Astro was better. No, it's more that he thinks that Astro will be better for me because Nux is always updating and things, and it's a little bit hard for someone like me who's newer at coding to get caught up with that stuff. And so far I'm loving their documentation, is great. I was able to first get my Nux project updated to Tailwind 4, and then I just created an Astro project to then create my new front page. So I have a new Figma design of that front page of like kind of what I want. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, there's just some changes that I want to make to it. And then, yeah, Burton's helping me with the row counter itself. Yeah, we have some just big picture stuff of like what we want this row counter to turn into. Burton had some cool ideas, and so maybe I can share that eventually. But for right now, we're working on that multiple row counters, and our goal is to get a test flight ready by next week, basically, and release it by the end of June. I might do a call out here or on social media to see if anyone is open to testing. So keep an eye out for that. It's for still just the Apple Watch. The other platforms are in the future. I also have this video that I recorded when I took my weaving class in Kongen last year that I've been meaning to make into a video. So I'm hoping to like start working on that too and posting that. It's been really helpful to watch it because I just started setting up my counter march loom and getting a little stuck here and there, even though I have some books that I've been following. This Tying Up the Counter March Loom by Joanne Hall. All the weavers at the Weavers Guild have recommended it, so I have that borrowed from the guild and watched a video on YouTube, watched multiple videos on YouTube on how to warp. I didn't realize that I needed to warp my project before I got my loom all set up. And of course, that was the first thing that it said in this book, even though I read it before. But I think you need to read something like 10 times to, I guess, get in your head to understand what it's saying, because it's a brand new thing. Luckily, was at Fiber Fusion in Snohomish this weekend. It's a great yarn event where they actually have farm animals there. So they have like sheep, alpaca, llamas, goats, and a really great selection of like secondhand tools. Like they always have some looms for sale. I saw this gorgeous 100-year-old like Singer sewing machine, beautiful like table still, $300. Really good condition. I've been wanting to get one, but now is not the time. I still have my loom to figure out. So luckily I went there, got a warp board from Eugene Textile Center. They helped me figure out what I needed, and then got some bobbins for my boat shuttles. Yeah, did that, and then watched some videos on how to warp. Luckily, I got to learn how to warp in Thailand. It was like all kind of coming back to me sort of thing. And then I had to get that yarn, that warp yarn, off the warp board and make sure it doesn't get all tangled up. And so there's like this chaining technique, I guess. I don't even know if I did it right, but I don't know. Here it is. This is what I did. Yeah, I just got this plain white yarn that I got for free from the Weavers Guild. They have this like thing called Plaid Llama sale every year. Yeah, really glad I got this like giant cone that's like 2,200 yards of yarn. It'll be 2 shafts that I'll have set up. I said last week that I was gonna get it all tied up and ready. Of course I didn't, because it always takes longer than you expect, and it's a big task. But I recorded a video of me warping. Warp speed! Sorry. I took a video of myself warping the yarn on the warp board, so I'll hopefully post that at some point, of just from like warping it to then getting it on the loom and tying everything up from the shafts and the lambs and the treadles. My first time, so I don't know what I'm doing, and maybe that's helpful to see someone like me struggle. But it hasn't been too bad. So far it's been good. There's some really good videos on YouTube, actually. And also this book. This book has been helpful, so I'm reading through it as well. Just a combination of things. Yeah, so this past weekend, went to Fiber Fusion. Made sure to not buy too much, but I did buy some. So I bought that warp board for getting my loom ready, and then I bought this. They just got it. Hopefully it focuses. It's yeah, a cute little shuttle boat. I guess they just got it from Japan. I don't know what that all says. Yeah. I also got some yarn for the Copa crop crochet pattern by Not Bad Brit. So I got the Bad Sheep yarn in Daffodil from B-Town, supporting a local BIPOC yarn store. I have this existing yarn from a couple years ago when I went to Flock, also at Brit's booth, and I think the color seems to go well. This is my swatch that I'm testing out the color. I always tend to go for pink colors, as you can see, pink. Then this month I am focusing on a couple things. I got a demonstration actually scheduled for some elderly seniors at the community garden that I volunteer at, and they'll be coming to just I can show them just all the different fiber arts like knitting, crochet, weaving. So I was going to bring my rigid heddle loom and then teach them as well how to make a loom out of just like cardstock. I was also thinking about teaching them how to mend as well, since one of the first techniques that I learned to mend my clothes was basically weaving technique. I was thinking about maybe doing some of that too, and that's like crafts doesn't have to involve like having all these fancy things, that it can just be as basic as just cardboard or, I don't know, getting some yarn and fixing your clothes. I've seen some pretty cool stuff that people have done to make wholly old clothes like into something new and beautiful. Yeah, so I'll be doing that demonstration at the end of the month. Not a paid gig, but that's okay. It's good practice for me, and it's a nice way to just, yeah, volunteer some more and give back to the community. Oh, I was gonna talk through just some projects that I'm working on. So I mentioned the Copa crop crochet shirt that I'm working on. I'm working on this Sailor Moon scarf for my friend. It is the first time I'm doing double knit, and you could see like the both sides. It is the Magical Girl Transformation Scarf by Katarina Kuntz, I think. She has a lot of cool patterns on scarves. I think they have like a Tamagotchi one. I'm using the Wandering Flock yarn for the Sailor Moon scarf. It is in navy and hundreds and thousands. Then I'm making my first dress. So I bought this yarn. This one is Ocean Fibers in Astoria. Really cute shop, but she dyes a lot of ocean themed colors, and so this one's called Tidal Pools. It's silk and merino, and it just gives this like kind of shiny feel. The other color I have is Mother of Pearl, and it gives off this like really purpley color here. So I'm like switching the colors gradually, and now at the bottom with the Mother of Pearl color. I got this book, Craft Without Pain. Finally got a chance to look at it, and it is so good. I highly recommend. I have not read through the whole thing, but there's just like diagrams that you can look at, like basically just like basic, like make sure not to like have your neck out like that. We're all kind of doing that so much. We're on our phones, we're on our computers, and so let's not do that while we're crafting, basically. So, well, I think that's it. I imagine this is probably a lot longer than it should be. All right, bye.